The sole purpose of me doing comedy isn't to get pussy. Like, we're hanging out with Jim Jeffries.
Takes everything that I have in terms of willpower not to start strangling you right now. Just like, can you say it with a hard R? Hey everybody, welcome to this tennis podcast number 13, and here I have with me the beautiful, the mustached, threat towards the womankind, or whatever, Peter Josip. Yay! I don't know.
Thank you for that intro.
He won some Raw contests. As I understand, it's when how many times you refuse to put on a condom.
You're not paying me a great light. This is the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm a rapist who doesn't use condoms. That's
he got Jim Jeffries drunk, which is not.
No, he doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink.
He's open. I got me drunk and then had to drive.
Ah, yeah. So Jim Jeffries got you drunk and you had to drive.
By proxy, sure. Yeah.
It's a good story that we actually did during the warm up, and I will put it right here with the magic of editing.
Arsene is your first name, right?
Yeah. It was the first one that was given to me. Okay, and nice. After that, things got out of hand.
Right.
Okay, so what I like to do is like a 10-minute warm-up of just speaking about bullshit, just to get into the zone.
Speaking spirit.
Speaking spirit, yeah. Oh, we can actually look at each other. And it's a good angle.
Nice.
Can touch your knee with my foot.
Please don't.
You sure?
Yeah.
Tell me, where are you staying right now?
At the moment, I'm staying about 20, 30 minutes outside of Nicosia in a village called Defteda. And there is not much to do in Defteda apart from visit my family.
Is it where your family lives?
Yeah.
So it's is that on your mother's side or on your father's side?
On my dad's side, my grandmother is the eldest of 7. And pretty much all of them live in Defteda. All her siblings and all the ones that are alive, and all her siblings, their children and those children's children.
And when it comes to children's children, you mean how much smaller are they going to get? Too small.
Yeah, probably.
It's one of the problems.
Yeah, they just keep children, they just keep happening.
And we're just going to get into this ridiculous Russian doll situation.
And you know all about Russian dolls more than anyone.
It's true. It was all like a big quote from Flight of the Conchords, which is a New Zealand, I'd say, comedy, folk. You know Flight of the Conchords.
I know them, yeah. I didn't really listen to much or
Is the rivalry and war between Australia and New Zealand real?
Is it? I guess so. It's real, but it's very one-sided.
Who's hating on whom?
New Zealand, they like to mention and bring up Australia a lot, and Australia doesn't really think about New Zealand at all.
Yeah, because it's so small.
It's very small.
Yeah.
And it's very, the whole country has got 4 million people, which I know by Cyprus standards is heaps, but by Australian standards, that's one city.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Moscow, and Moscow is 12 million people, on a, a conservative estimate. Wow, I'm just, sweat is pouring. Fun. So Cyprus and Limassol especially, they're okay, this is my apartment building. Mahna says, it's just one district of Moscow is bigger than Limassol. So it's a little weird here.
Yeah. It is, and this is I don't know, is this the most populated city in Cyprus?
I'm not sure. Maybe Nicosia is a little bit bigger. At least they have taller buildings.
No, I think all the tall buildings are here. Yeah.
You've just been in Nicosia. Okay, we have the skyscrapers that oligarchs built, but overall, I'd say Nicosia has more apartment building complexes.
Okay, yeah, true. I guess the average is, get rid of the skyscrapers. I guess the average is bigger Nicosia.
Just brought the gain down a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
So how do you like sitting in headphones?
I've gotten used to it.
You gotten used to it.
You're right. Turns out you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's nice actually to hear your voice. the aura effect that I was talking about. If you listen to me right now, you can hear that it's picking me
it's
up.
roomy, yeah.
But if you go like this, so this is how I do the voiceovers. It's like, hey there. Like you just need a very low bedroom voice.
You do have a voice for voiceovers and a face as well.
Yeah, I have the face and the body.
And the body, yeah.
Definitely.
Honestly, you're the perfect package to never be seen, only heard. Like,
Thank you. It's a tragedy then that like most of my career, actually, I'm filming myself and putting it out there. People have been hurting this entire time, though. I've just been gaining more and more weight as my career went on. So I'm like, I'm becoming more unseemly and more skilled with my voice. So I'm just slowly drifting away from
Yeah.
me showing myself.
well, you're adapting.
Yeah, I'm adapting.
You're evolving. You're realizing that, like, oh, I got to play into my strengths, as my weakness is just putting on weight, and I keep on doing that.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I just like sugar. Like, it's
Oh,
just,
so do I.
it's just really good. I know some people who are like, oh, I don't really like sugar. Like really fat people who are, I just really like fat. Like they like eat burgers. They're like, but I think like the bread in the burger is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that weight gain.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd say the bread in the burger is the sauce.
Just goes on to become like a diabetes podcast.
It's just two fat guys talking about food and all the food that they deny they're eating, but they're gotta be.
not even the problems that come from like obesity. Just
No.
like getting hungrier and
Yeah.
ending the podcast when we really need to run out and go to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, which is downstairs. When you messaged me saying, I was like, "Oh, where's the podcast?" And you were like, "Here's here's the coordinates of it. Here's a Google Maps link." I put it into Google Maps, and it just shows up with a Pizza Hut.
Or like he works in a Pizza Hut.
No, legit. That's what I actually thought. I thought,
No.
oh, you work in a Pizza Hut, and
I
this
do
is
not.
like your, I don't know.
I wish I could work in Pizza
But
Hut.
then you messaged me, and I was like, oh, okay. And then you messaged me being like, I've got a room set up, and I was like, is this just going to be a closet in the back of a Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
I'm going to be recording a podcast in between, like
just a booth
tomato sauce,
built out
boxes
of
and-
old pizzas, just like
Yeah.
very hard. So like they have like, oh, we have some privacy here, just like.
Yeah, we're going to be recording in like the freezer next to the frozen pizzas or something. That's what I thought was going to happen.
So you had the perfect Tinder experience then. Like you got your hopes up, then you got your hopes way down, and then they like.
And then and then you took me to the to the park behind the Pizza Hut,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, where's this going? And then through a dodgy looking apartment block, and then turns out there's like millions of dollars worth of equipment and all this fancy high tech stuff in here.
Well,
So it's better than any Tinder experience I've ever had.
yeah, like it never ends with millions of dollars worth of equipment, like just fuck machines and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe a rose toy or something.
It's pretty good. Like, I'm pretty happy because like I used to do this shit in Georgia, like where I started doing podcasts because I've been working like as a corporate YouTuber, like in a way. So I was making, and I'm still making videos for like companies. And the weird thing is that I work for Russian companies who need somebody who speaks English because I for some reason really enjoy English and English speaking things, and I do everything I do in English, and so that's what they pay me for. Basically, if I move to an English-speaking country, I almost have no expertise at all. Because like my main skill is being able to talk in English.
I like that.
They're like, when you go there, like, oh, everybody here speaks English, and I'm like, fuck, nothing to sell you guys.
That's hilarious. Being like, yeah, I'm the best at this. It's like, you're the best. You're the best like footballer in Australia or something, and it's like, yeah, I'm the best. I'm so good. And then you come here to like Europe, and it's like, oh, okay, everyone else is just as good, if not better. They're naturals. In fact, they've been doing this since they were born.
Yeah. Still, like, and it could work the other way around. Maybe somebody wants to work with people who speak Russian, but recently, not going to be the case.
No.
Yeah. But a lot of Russians are trying to get into the international space, so there's a lot of need for people like me as well. Which
Aren't
is
they
funny.
just trying to get out of Russia in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The war started. I just ran. And the funny thing is that I got a dog 2 months before the war started, and I got a Labrador, and it's a big Labrador. And I was like, oh, I feel so stable in my home now. I think I'm ready to get a dog. So like, just really build a family, like with my wife, and just have a dog, then have kids and stuff. And then 2 months later, it's like, oh, we're gonna be moving around the world a lot, and I have this motherfucking 40-kilogram dog with me.
I've got a big 40-kilogram dog as well.
Yeah, what's the breed?
He's an Australian breed. He's called a bull Arab.
Bull Arab. Is it like an Arab guy that you're forcing to pretend to be a bull? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's imagine like a big kind of like staffy or like pit bull. That's kind of what he is. He's
cool.
a bit scary looking, but he's very friendly. It kind of which makes sense because it's like it's a bull and an Arab. It's two scary things put together. Yeah.
Yeah. If ever there was something that should be friendly, that's something called the bull Arab.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to charge at me or charge me extra for garlic sauce or blow the place up. I don't know what he's going to do, but nah, he's lovely. He's lovely.
Here, like in Australia, we have like very politically correct dog breeds. Here's the elephant Jew, and it's pretty bad.
Fuck yeah.
And what's next? What's next? It's like the giraffe African. No, that doesn't work.
I like
Elephant Jew
That's
works. Has a zing to it.
Do you know what they're bred? They're fairly new breed. They're a bit of a mongrel breed, and their purpose is to hunt wild boars, wild pigs in Australia. And what they do is they wear like these leather vests, and they put them on the back of a ute, on the back of like a pickup truck, like 4 or 5 of them out in the outback, and they drive alongside a wild boar as it's running. And then they let the dogs go, and all the dogs run over and like hold it down, and then suicide bomb it. No, but
just one dog like beats it, like punches.
No, they all just hold it down, and then like the hunter comes over and just like, deals with the pig, if you will.
It's like the pussiest way to hunt. You're like you have.
Some say pussy, I say most efficient. That's what I do.
The Australian way.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, we're very laid back. Which I think is also a bit annoying because we really aren't. We're the most like bureaucratic, like there's a rule for everything in Australia.
Do you feel like that might be, like generationally, just like the prison rules, where like there are a lot of laws like in the prison, but everybody's just lying around? Is that how like?
Yeah, and it's. I think we're not really laid back. We're more just apathetic. We don't care. I think we really are mentally still prisoners that have given up on getting out.
Hopeless could be like the better word.
A little bit, yeah. There's not a lot of optimism.
Yeah, just like, like quiet despair.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck, this is shit. Am I going to do anything about it? Nah, fuck that.
The way I hear it is that like Americans in their infinite wisdom and humbleness, humility. They say like Australia is like the Florida of the world, but I think Florida is the Australia of the U.S. would be the more correct way to say it.
Yeah, I think America is just the Florida of the world. Like America in general is just fucked. Like, they love to. Oh, Australians crazy. Australia, everything's trying to kill you. It's like it's way safer there than in America, and especially now. Like, let's be real.
That's exactly how Jim Jeffries got his start.
Yeah,
with the perfect bit about
gun control.
Yeah,
I saw him in Nicosia.
Yeah,
I got a fun story about that. I was with my friend Dan Rosario. He was visiting Cyprus. It was like the first week we were here, and then he knows he knows Amos Gill, which is Jim Jeffries' opener. They're like friends. And then so Dan got us 2 free tickets. And then we go to the show. We watch a show. Great. Jim murders for like 2 hours. And then we're waiting in line for the meet and greet because they were like meet and greet tickets. And then Amos comes, gets us out of the line, and he's got this big bottle of vodka. And he's like, here, come backstage. Let's drink this instead of like waiting for the meet and greet. So we go backstage. Jim's on the meet and greet. And then like 20 minutes later, Jim comes backstage with us, and we're just hanging out. Me, Dan Rosario, just pretty much like two open micers from Melbourne, and then Amos Gill and Jim Jeffries, who's like he just like started hosting a show in Australia and a show in the US as well. So he's like fucking huge.
I remember he had a show and that something happened to it. Is he like starting a new one?
Oh, he's like I think he had his own like sitcom, and then he's now hosting like he's like just game shows basically. But yeah, it was pretty crazy to just be like hanging out with him for like 40 minutes. And then he had to leave. And then we didn't leave the venue until about 1:45. And this was in Nicosia. Dan had a flight from Larnaca to Berlin at 2 a.m.
How much of the bottle did you finish?
A lot, because we leave. Both of us were like, we both knew like, fuck, we got to go soon, but we weren't going to like cut it short.
Yeah.
Like we're hanging out with Jim Jeffries. Both of us have been watching him since we were like kids. We're not going to like cut hanging out with him short to get a like Ryanair flight to Berlin or some shit. So we're just hanging out, and then by the time we leave, it's like 1:45, and I got to drive all the way to Larnaca to drop him off at the airport.
What was Jim like with you guys?
Oh, he was cool. It was very funny. We were just talking about it. I don't think no matter how big you get, it ever changes. We were just talking about essentially like open mic kind of gossip comedians gossip in Melbourne. That's kind of what we're talking about, just like mutuals and being like, oh, this person's an idiot. I remember once at the comedy festival this happened or whatever.
We were like, in terms of age, you're pretty far apart. Like, I mean, Jim Jeffries, I think, is like far past 40 right now.
Yeah, I think he's coming up on 50, maybe like 50 something.
Yeah. So, but you still have a lot of people that the same on the open mic scene that you can talk about.
Well, it's more like I guess the open mic scene, but like just the general Australian comedian scene, and the arts in Australia is very outdated, and the same people that have been on TV for the last like 20 years since he was my age are still on TV and still.
They're just decrepit now, yeah.
Yeah, they're just older and out of touch, and it's like they're still got great careers going.
So a lot like Biden, but in the entertainment sector.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a right way of putting it. I like to say a little bit more aware and less, you know.
So you were talking shop, basically.
That's which is it was very inside baseball, just talking shop.
It's interesting. Like I would imagine like doing a 2-hour show is like it's taxing.
Yeah.
And like,
they did. Him and Jim and Amos both looked wrecked. Like, I think he was like Amos was telling us he was like, we've. Like every day they're in a new city in a new country just doing shows pretty much, and he's like we've barely done anything apart from just like hotel, airport, show.
You can shorten those if you put your fingers there and just push on the top. It will shorten. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. But yeah, and then Amos kept on filling up my glass, and we go to Dan and I drive off, and because he's like checking in online. I'm speeding down the freeway doing like 140 in this old car I'm renting from a family member.
You really got the Cypriot spirit in you.
Yeah, and I'm
driving.
100% like, I reckon I'm 100% over if they were to breathalyze me.
Yeah.
So I was just like speeding, kind of still a bit drunk.
Okay, so you were like drunk on vodka, 140 kilometers an hour, Cyprus roads. Yeah, very, very responsible.
To be fair, it was like, 1 a.m., so no one was really on the roads. So.
No one worth, like saving.
Yeah, just only me and Dan. And that was it, really.
What year was that?
That was 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago, but he was going on a flight. You were not.
Nah, I was staying here.
So how long have you been here? Have you been here the entire summer?
Yeah, pretty much. I came here August 26th. I'm leaving October 3rd.
Yeah, that's not the whole summer. That's not at all. It's
I don't know what that is. What, 5 weeks?
Yeah, it's
basically after Edinburgh. So yeah.
Did you come because of Jim Jeffries?
No. It's a bit of a long story, but
sure.
In Melbourne, I was gonna move. I was already planning at the start of the year to move to Canada, and then I won that Raw comedy competition, and the prize for that is that they send you to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm going to be in Edinburgh. I might as well just move to Canada from Europe. It's a lot closer instead of flying back to then leave again. And then I was like, well, I'm going to be in Europe. I might as well visit my grandmother and my other family members and have a bit of a break after the craziness that is Edinburgh Fringe. So I did that, and then...
So you went to Edinburgh, and then after that, you're basically popping here just to say hi to your...
Just to say hi to family, to relax, to...
When did the festival come up?
The Melbourne International Comedy Festival?
No, the our smaller, shittier, like Stentar comedy.
The Stentar comedy, don't talk shit about it. It was a lot of fun.
It was great. I loved it.
The 2 venues were a lot of fun. It was before I left Melbourne. It came up, yeah.
So how did it find you? Were you just like Googling shit about?
Funnily enough, I came to Cyprus last year for the first time in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And Googled stand-up comedy Cyprus. It came up, and then messaged the page, and then George was basically like, oh, you can come to Limassol to do this.
So you were
gig
here
at a festival.
The previous year?
I was.
That's cool.
I can do a gig at a festival, and that
what month was that? Also August? September?
Yeah, that was July to September. That was like 2 months I was here.
I mean the festival itself, the second festival.
Last year?
Yeah.
I actually didn't do it.
You didn't do it?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't in town for it. I remember the festival was like a week after I got here. I'm pretty sure. A week after I left, sorry. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like you're listening to the intonation of my voice, but you're like going through the words like this, like whatever he's saying.
What?
Because I'm like, so you were here the whole summer? You're like, yeah, from the end of August to October. You're listening to what I'm saying. Is my accent that hard to understand?
No, I'm answering the questions, aren't I?
You're just still drunk on vodka from the 4 weeks ago.
It's 10 p.m. I've just had a coffee. I spent all day basking in the sun. I got no sleep last night. I'm a bit all over the place. This isn't maybe my most professional.
You were sunbathing this entire time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you like to do that?
Do I like to sunbathe?
Do you like to feel like like bacon?
Yeah, I like to feel like a grilled chicken a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grilled chicken turns around, so you were like rolling.
Yeah, no. I was putting myself on the spit.
Do you lubricate at all?
A little bit of butter, olive oil, salt, pepper, oregano.
That sounds. So you're also getting hungry. I understand.
We're going back to food.
We're back to the fat guy. Yeah. Okay, let me just do the intro real quick because I have
what?
Well, we're warming up.
We're going for 20 minutes. Fucking hell.
No, like I'll here's how it works. I actually will put the intro at some point and take parts of this and edit them forward.
I did a
was a fun Jim Jeffries bit, and that's definitely going into the podcast. I'll just do some magic with editing.
I did a podcast where the guy did that, but he had to also cut a lot out because we just ended up talking shit about comedians we knew, and then every 5 minutes we had to be like, don't include that, just down the camera. Note to editor, don't include that.
Yeah, I'm the editor, so
all right, cool. I'll just point to you and be like, don't include that.
I'll be like, go fuck yourself, just like you. I'm like, I'm include this, and then I write more mean shit on top of it as if you said it afterwards.
Yeah,
just and then he actually proposed genocide.
Yeah, you just pause the video and then be like, the camera actually stopped, but you get your voiceover work. The camera stopped.
What's your last name?
My last name is Kiprianou, but for stage it's Josip.
So there was a choice.
Yeah.
You're like, what would sound like a good stage name? Josip.
Oh, Joseph's my middle name, so it's my first name also isn't Peter, by the way, but whatever, we can get into that story later.
Okay, so Peter Josip is you felt like that's the one that should go up there. Interesting.
Well, I used to go to open mics and go and write down Peter Kiprianou. Firstly, I used to go there. And I was like, Kiprianou so long. People can't say it. It's a very secret name. People can't say it. They can't spell it.
It literally has Cyprus in it, I think.
It does. Yeah. My dad's name is Kypros, which is Cyprus in Greek. And And
Kypros Kypriani?
Kypros Kypriani, yeah, that's his
Jesus
name.
Christ.
He has a cousin called Solomon Solomu, another cousin called...
Your family is brutal.
Yeah. But I used to go to open mics, and then I was like, I need a stage name. I was like 20, I was maybe like 18, 19 at this point. And I was like, I need a stage name. And then I thought Louis C.K. was like... Well, he was like, C.K. is...
Yeah, that's his last name.
That's literally how you pronounce it, C.K. And so he would just write C and then the K. And I was like, oh, that's smart. I'll apply that. And then I used to go Peter J.K. because they were just my initials.
I think the actual pronunciation of his name, which is like Polish, is like what I said.
What did you say?
Something like more scary.
Oh, okay.
It's not that it's CK. It's
More
just
stutters.
the end. Yeah, they're just like shitchke, something like that.
Right.
And then there's CK at the end there. So he took that. But who knows? We're like, we could Google it, but then it's not much of a podcast.
Yeah. No.
I was thinking literally about that because I like Stannis. It's my last name. Stannis is easy to understand. It's a bit.
Arseny Stannis, I think, is a pretty strong, good name.
Yeah, like, I feel like Arseny is having like trouble.
Arseny.
Like Americans are having some trouble.
I thought Arsenio Hall. That's what I thought.
Arseny, what?
Arsenio
Arsenio is
Hall.
my whole.
Hall. Hall.
Is that a person?
It's like a comic from like 20, 30 years ago.
Man, I was just very, like comedy shy when I was 2 years old, so I didn't really.
Oh, that's fair.
Pay a lot of attention. I was I guess I'm staying with Arseny. I think like this word is just hard to understand for like just I don't know English people or like Americans. I was thinking of some shit like RC Stannis, something like this. This is RC Stannis.
You could just do Stannis.
Yeah, I was going by just Stannis.
But
But-
like, you might as well just do it like
Drake.
like Drake, Seal,
Yeah, Drake
Elmo.
is the worst example now.
Drake.
Like because you're just like it's say Drake like it's as
yeah.
Carlos was saying.
Yeah, Kendrick kind of.
Yeah, Kendrick kind of vibe. Do you want to take a swig of coffee?
Sure.
Damn man, how Gen Z can you be? Are you watching reels right now? Really? Fuck me. Small break during a podcast. Yeah, man, I should really go check those TikToks. It's depressing, man. I had higher hopes for the next generations. And we're back from the story. Amazing, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So, anything else interesting about you motherfucker? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was nothing more interesting about Peter.
Just that one story. That's it, pretty much.
So you decided to do comedy consciously.
I did. Embarrassingly enough, I used to be a theatre kid.
Yeah, used to be.
I used to be. Yeah, emphasis on used to be. Definitely not.
Now you're like
Now I'm a very manly stand-up comedian.
you're like a jock.
Yeah,
Put it
a
everything
jock
behind
of
you.
the arts industry, I think. But yeah, I used to be a musical theatre kid. I used to go with my mum to pick up my sister from. She was doing dance classes at this performing arts school. And then
Did they not let you join?
They would have loved for me to join, but I did not want to. And then I ended up doing enrolling in acting classes and musical theatre classes. And this was
Musical
when I was
theatre?
like, this is when I was like 14 or something.
It is.
Singing, dancing.
Sounds
acting.
extremely gay.
It was so gay.
Yeah, I did musical theater too. It was fun.
Yeah, and that's the most gay you're allowed to be in Russia as well, right?
Yeah. Well, it was it was like English speaking musical theater. So it was.
So it wasn't gay because it was in English.
Yeah, because like Russians can't really tell you that something is gay if it's in English because they don't understand what you're doing.
Oh, that's smart.
Though you're dancing and singing, so they don't really need to understand, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's fun. I was playing Judas,
Lovely.
channeling evil. Who did you play?
We did Les Mis, Les
Yeah.
Miserables. I did Newsies,
Yeah.
which was fun.
Who did you play?
Oh,
Were you?
I don't know.
You don't remember? Javert, Jean Valjean from the Les Miserables.
I actually can't even
Were you
remember.
cadet?
Well, no, because it was like I said, we just did numbers. So it's like we just did like 3 songs from a
But
musical.
somebody had to be like the solo. Like somebody had to do some.
We did Dear Evan Hand. I wasn't good enough to really get the solo.
So you were
Basically.
behind going like
Yeah, I wasn't very talented. And that's how I ended up getting into comedy, because I wasn't very talented, but I ended up...
Wasn't.
No, not at musical theatre, but I liked making all my other classmates laugh and like... I was a class clown.
When you were performing musical theater, you realized how much you love to make the audience laugh during Les Miserables.
Yeah.
Just like people dying there. You're like, the tree fell over.
Yeah. Yeah, I would stop to musicals and be like, just point to a random in the crowd, be like, so what do you do for work?
Just, yeah.
Yeah, miss my marker, miss everything, miss my song. It was horrible.
Doing crowd work during the Civil War, like between them.
Do you know what was hilarious?
Yeah.
We did a number from Ragtime.
I don't know it.
I don't really know it either, but the song we were doing is, I'm pretty sure it's about like segregation time America. And because it's Australia, we didn't have any like black people.
Yeah.
Any, African Americans or even just Africans.
There
They
are no African Americans, African Australians.
There are African Australians, but like we didn't have any in our class. There's not as many as like the US.
It was
or the
fully
UK.
Mexican class, just you and people like you.
Well, in Australia, after the war, a whole bunch of migrants came to Australia from like Greece, Italy, Lebanon.
Which war?
The Second World War mainly.
Okay.
But during like the 50s, 60s, 70s, there was big migration from from like the Balkans and from like the Mediterranean in general. And the racial term that the white Anglos would call us, or like my grandparents, is wogs.
Wogs?
Wogs. So basically a wog is just someone who's like me, like Australian, but is like ethnicity from like Europe.
Is it a V or a W?
W-O-G.
W-O-G. Sounds kind of cool.
Well, it's like a racial term, I guess. It's not, the coolest.
OG is original great, and W is
apparently it
worldly.
means Western Oriental gentleman.
Western. So like it's like, oh, those damn Westerners.
Yeah, it was like a racial slur.
No, it's interesting.
And then we kind of reclaimed it a bit. But basically, so it was just...
Can you say it with a hard R?
Well, no, there's no R in the word. It's a 3-letter word.
Like
It's
my
just-
wogger. When you said you reclaimed it, it's
Well,
like
I
my wogger.
I guess you could. You could. Yeah. And now they call it the W word.
Yeah, they do. No. Yeah.
Do you know what they actually do call it now? They say cold instead, CALD, which is culturally and linguistically diverse. But it's like, so first you were calling us wog, and now you're just replacing that with another like politically correct slur. Like what? Anyway,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. So anyway, it was about segregation America, and we had this one dance, this one number we were doing, where obviously in the original play, in the original musical, it's like you got the you got like the white Americans, and then you have the African Americans, and they're not allowed to dance, and then slowly they dance and like intermingle, and that's like the point of the song. But because there was no black people, the darkest someone was as dark as me.
Okay.
So what we did was
Blackface.
No. What they did in like the fucking wisdom of the teachers, what they did was they just got all the blonde hair, blue-eyed kids and all the
Dark hair.
the brunettes and black hairs.
Those disgusting
and then just split them.
black hair people.
Yeah, the woggers. And then they just split them. So it was like a dance that was meant to be like played by like on what? Yeah, it was just like we're meant to be portraying segregation in America in like the 1930s, and we're doing it by dividing blonde-haired people and brunettes. Like
Swedish people against the world.
yeah, it was pretty funny looking back on it, and it's like, oh, that's probably not the most racially like politically correct, but I guess it is better than blackface.
Somewhat, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It was still. I think if an actual person of color was to watch that, they'd probably feel it was a slap in the face.
I'm learning a lot about Australia, and
Yeah.
not the things that I expected to learn.
No, what did you expect to learn? Spiders, snakes, sharks?
Yeah, just like, well, I think like the reason so many people moved to Australia because there was no internet back then. Like you couldn't see like a, a hunter spider eating like a full eagle.
Huntsman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did do a joke about that here, where it was like the reason why there are so many cats in Cyprus is because of there's the history
Yeah, of snakes.
of the snakes, and
Yeah.
Saint Helena came and introduced the cats to get rid of all the snakes.
She brought a lot of pussy, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's the birthplace of Aphrodite. It's got a whole bunch of cats. It's
Maybe-
the island of pussy.
If we look into the myth and like de-censor it, it was actually like probably an island with a lot of men and not a lot of women. So they brought a lot of kitties and just became better. All the men died.
What?
Well, you mean the snakes? They're
Oh, right. Yeah.
Obviously
that's
phallic.
a good way. Yeah, that's actually I didn't.
so
even
the
think of it
cats
like that.
ate all the snakes, and you know what that means.
That's the part that is, as an Australian, the least believable part about the story. And I do say, like, I actually said this to like my cousins, and even at the open mic we did before the thing. Actually, I don't know if you're
Yeah.
there, but before the festival, and then George came up to me after, the guy who ran the festival, and was like, "What are you talking about?" I said urban legend,
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
the
yeah.
myth, and he was like,
It's like it's the reality.
"No, it's our history." And
Yeah.
even my cousins that I said it to, they were like, "What do you mean, like urban?" They said it as well. It's like, "No, this is history." And I'm like, I don't think there
do
was
you have
actually.
video?
Yeah, I don't think there was actually. Anyway, but as an Australian, that was the most unbelievable part of the story, because it's literally what.
Snakes always win.
No, in Australia, it's like the snakes are eating cats.
The fun part, actually, because I was reading that cats are used to killing snakes in a way because cats actually have faster reaction time than snakes.
Snakes, really?
Yeah, and that's the reason snakes really hate cats, because like snakes are all mixed in. Like I was watching a lot of Tierzo. It's a YouTube channel that does verses for different animals. Like it was like so snakes actually win because they strike faster than everything else, and cats are below that. Like the reaction time is even faster. So they usually, if they're not caught by surprise, they will just smack the snake away, and yeah. It's
Wow.
fun. I said hunter spider because I guess I confused Hunter Biden and huntsman spiders. You can see how I made that mistake.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Both have laptops and like.
I'm not following American politics enough to understand that.
It's okay.
Laptops, Hillary
Laptops.
Clinton emails or something.
No, she had a server, and Hunter Biden had a laptop. I am following a lot of American politics. I don't think it's not doing much for me. But it's
No, I
fun.
realize that as well. My TikTok has been has shown me a lot of stuff about the war. Just pick a war, and that's the war.
Yes, the
And
war.
I was like, I got to get off this. This is not good for my mental health.
I just really like comedy. And the thing is that a lot of shows with like comedians are political. And so you're like watching some American comedians, and inevitably you get some political sketches.
Of course.
And then you get some political comedy shows like John Oliver and stuff like that. And then you're kind of like, oh, well, I guess I'll watch about it. I'll never watch a serious like version of like people talking about American politics. But it was funny. Like I think like 2 years ago, maybe I suddenly realized that the thing that ties together all of my interests is actually comedy. Even like in music, I realized that why do I listen to this and I don't listen to that? And then I kind of looked at it and I realized, oh, okay, I actually listen almost exclusively to comedy songs, like Epic Rap Battles, or like Lonely Island, or like Flight of the Conchords, or like Tenacious D, stuff like that, or Death Clock, which was a fun cartoon. How are you with different types of content?
I generally, I do like comedy. I do like comedy. Not in my music, although my music is. Do you know what? It's funny you say that. I really, really hate musical comedy. I think it also is because I've seen a lot of bad musical comedy, particularly in Australia and the UK.
Coldplay?
No, I'm talking. Well, I can't name names, so let's just say Coldplay.
Okay.
But a lot of times, what musical comedy is that you see at like gigs or open mics or shows or whatever, it's literally just like a parody of a song, and they've just changed it. It's like, oh, instead of you think you're cooler than me, it's like you think you're hungrier than me or some bullshit. And then they just like replace the words, and then the punchline is just the chorus that they repeat over and over and over again.
What about Bo Burnham?
Bo Burnham, I think, is an exception. I think when it's done well, it's done well. I really liked his Inside special. I think he can do it well, and I think him and maybe one other person, or The Lonely Island, I actually do really like. But I've seen a lot of shit musical comedy that I just hate it now. I don't think it's funny.
Okay.
And it's always entertaining. That's the worst part, because you'll sit there and it's like, oh, this is entertaining. It's like, it's not making me laugh. They're bombing in terms of laughter, but they're just entertaining. Everyone's just there like, oh yeah. This is my impression of an audience member who's really enjoying a musical comedy song.
It takes everything that I have in terms of willpower not to start strangling you right now. Just like, I love musical comedy, you piece of shit.
Look, I'm not talking about professional musical comedians. I'm talking about people who are trying to be professional musical comedians.
You mean like, so shitty stand-up comedians that are coming up, you're okay with, but shitty musical stand-up comedians coming up, you hate them?
I hate both of them, but
Okay.
particularly the musical ones I hate, because a lot of times I get like it's a pointed difference, which is like, all right, fair enough. I guess that's good to stand out and to make yourself unique, but it really just is a very bad stand-up comedian who, hey, I can also play the piano.
Looking back on our conversation, I'm pretty sure I know where this is coming from.
Where's this coming from?
Just this deep-seated bitterness of not having enough musical talent in the musical theater.
You know, you've really shown up a mirror to my personality right now. Oh my God. Arseni, what have you done?
It's funny to me that you told the first story that like, oh, I wasn't talented enough to do musical theater, so I went to stand-up comedy. But do you know what kind of type of comedy I hate? Musical comedy. Those suckers.
It is the worst, and it has nothing to do with the story I said earlier. It's got nothing to do with my upbringing. It's got nothing to do with the fact that I was never put in the lead. It's got nothing to do with any of that, okay?
And you think you can sing or play an instrument
Do you want to hear?
when you're also a comedian like me, which is, by definition, a musical failure?
Actually, do you know what's a true story? I came second in a national singing competition in Australia.
Not in terms of prize. You were just like
Well, let me tell
checking.
the story.
Okay.
What happened was I skipped over it when I was like, oh yeah, I did musical theatre and acting. I also did singing lessons, but the singing lessons only lasted about a year. So I sang Master of the House from Les Mis.
Oh yeah,
And I sang
song.
it at the soiree, at basically the concert. They called it a soiree.
Okay,
And
very suave way of saying concert.
yeah. And this was in like September or something. Like everybody for all the other singing students, they all got up, sang a song, and I got up and sang Master of the House from Les Mis. Now, if anybody listening at home has heard Master of the House from Les Mis, it's not a particularly challenging song to actually sing. You kind of just talk melodically through it. And I did that and then put a lot of acting into it. So it seemed like a great performance. It was a good performance. But in terms of singing, it actually wasn't a great song to sing. Like there was no real showcase of my singing talents because I didn't really have any.
I think there's some singing at the end there.
A little bit. I have to hold a note or two, which I can do. But basically, my sister at the same time was also doing dance lessons, and she was doing this big national dance competition on the Gold Coast, and I'm in Melbourne. That's a 3-hour flight away, and this was in January. And then my parents were like, they've also got a singing competition, the same competition.
Your sister was doing a dancing competition.
Yeah.
And there was a singing competition.
It was the same competition, but there was like this dancing part and then the singing part.
Were your parents very involved with musical theater?
Yeah, my mum's a stage mum. Have you seen Dance Mums?
No.
It was like a reality TV show from like...
Is she like, did she used to do it, or is she just hell-bent on making her children like sparkle?
I think she never did it. She did...
She regrets it now.
A little bit, maybe. I think that's what it is. She's living vicariously through us.
Yeah.
I think.
I always wanted like a small mustache.
Yeah.
You will have it now.
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, she well, that part, she can grow a mustache herself. So I don't know why she wanted me to have one. But basically, yeah. So I entered this national singing competition. I make it through to the grand final on the Gold Coast.
Okay.
Didn't practice once. Get up to the Gold Coast and I'll do this. Everyone would be like, you should practice. Like my mum and my dad would be like, what, have you practiced your song? Like it's coming up soon. And then I would be like, yeah. And then I would go practice. I'll be like, master of the house, keeper of the zoo. But I know the rest. I don't need to practice. And then so I do the competition. I go up there. I'm wearing a suit in the Gold Coast in January. It's like 35 degrees.
Yeah.
Because it's Australian summer. So it's in January and it's hot. And and I go up there, and all my friends and family pretty much are there. All the people that had come up for the competition and like from the school, whatever, they all were there. So there's a lot of people in the crowd that I knew, and I was singing. For whatever reason, I was the only competitor in like I don't know if it was my age group or like no one else bothered to enter or what. But I was the only competitor, and I fucked up the song.
Yeah.
I sang it. At one point, I'm just like, master of the house. I like came in at the wrong time. I like just stop and pause and repeat it, and then I just stand there and like tap my foot for a bit, and I'm like, oh man, what the fuck have I done? I'm like sweating bullets. I've like royally fucked it up to the point that everybody can tell. And I fucked up the song so badly that when it came to giving out positions, like the prizes, I was like, oh, well, all right, I fucked it up, whatever, but at least I'm coming first. They gave me second.
And first was nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And I had to stand on a podium on the second place next with nobody else.
Just Odysseus.
It's just me out there by myself on second place. It looks like, if you look at the photo, it looks like I got self-esteem issues because it's like, I was just taking a photo on a random podium and I'm not standing on number one. It's like, why aren't you doing that? And it's like, no, I just sucked at singing so badly. I didn't bother practicing.
They just wanted to acknowledge your failure.
Honestly, it was really a slap in the face to give me second. It really was.
I think they just wanted you to feel seen. Like if they gave you first, it was like they didn't even watch your show.
I guess, yeah. That's a better way of putting it. Yeah.
Like you want to acknowledge the person's journey. You don't want to be like pretending like they don't exist. Do you feel like maybe by failing in the battle against yourself, you fully embodied the master of the house characters? Because like they were defeating themselves the entire musical.
Yeah, I'm 100% the master of the house.
Yeah.
It wasn't that night, but now I am.
Are you looking forward to be a master of the house in Canada?
Yeah, I'm master of my domain, that's for sure.
In what way are you moving to Canada? Is it through education or something else, or
like visa, or?
Yeah, I mean, like, or does Australia just have like a free, enter and live here, work here, whatever?
No, I'm doing a working holiday visa.
working holiday.
I don't. Yeah, this is a very big thing in Australia. I've explained it to a few people here, and they don't really understand it. But basically, I can just like work, and it's basically a 2-year work visa.
So Canada and Australia basically have a good relationship where they're like, if you have anybody who wants to come in and like work for 2 years, maybe stay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like Australia's the working holiday visa is quite well known there.
Cool.
And so
I'm from a shitty country, and
Yeah.
it's like harder to understand that you need to put a lot of documents on the table and wait for people to let you in like for a week because like they're like this piece of shit is going to stay here because it's so much better here, and it's just like
I don't know if they think that about Australians.
no, I think Australia is probably somewhere around tier 1, like yeah, like well, there's American passport, like America, Canada, Australia, like those, like I don't know, UK, they're like high price, high living wage. Basically, the most important thing, as I understand, is the countries that have the buying power.
Yeah.
Because if you are from a country with very low buying power, just moving to a higher buying power country, you can make like 4 or 5 times more money, and you're really basically incentivized. You can send money back home, stuff like that. That's how working migration basically works. And if you're from Australia, you're not really going to get a higher wage in Canada because they're comparable. Australia might be even higher.
I think Australia might be higher, but yeah, that's the other thing I'm kind of not looking forward to. Yeah, the low wages. But you know, what can you do? I've got dreams, and embarrassingly enough, that I'm trying to follow.
So is Canada better for stand-up than Australia somehow?
Yeah, you know what? During the comedy festival,
It never came up. I heard Los Angeles, New York. I heard London. Maybe I never heard Canada. Is like, oh,
well, so basically, you get to a certain level in Australia. It's very good to start. You can in Melbourne, particularly where I'm from, you can gig every night.
Yeah,
you can do multiple a night even.
There's a lot of open mics.
A lot of open mics. The comedy festival comes around, and if you thought the comedy festival in Cyprus was good, the comedy festival in Melbourne is, I think, like the 3rd biggest in the world or something.
Yeah.
It goes like Edinburgh, Montreal, and then I would say Melbourne. Like, it's great. It's been around for like nearly 40 years. But apart from that 1 month, comedy in Melbourne is a little... it's a little sad. Like, you're performing to like very low numbers, but you can do it a lot.
A lot of enthusiasm, but not a lot of gigs where you can like get a theater full of people.
Not at all. And yeah, so you do that, and once you do that for a little while, it's very hard to.
Are open mics free to enter?
Yeah. They're free to. You don't need to like buy a drink or whatever. Like I've heard in the US.
So it's like people are enthusiastic, but they're not really willing to pay. Basically, what I hear.
The audience members. Yeah, pretty much. Like there's two. Just got two. Like for a long time, there was pretty much just one comedy club, and now there's like 2 actual dedicated comedy clubs, and there's maybe let's say about 5 to 10 like very good weekly shows. Where it's just like audience members do pay. And then there's a whole smattering of like gigs and open mics where it's, not the greatest quality.
Basically, you can't really make a living.
No, not at all. You can't make a living. Everyone in Australia that's making a living off comedy is, it's a side hustle, or they're huge online and they're just touring nonstop, because there are a lot of small towns that there are a lot of country towns that you can go to that, have nothing else on. So it's like, I'll just go put on a show there, and the whole town will probably go to it. And there's, or you're on TV and then you make your money from in January during the Perth Fringe, February during the Adelaide Fringe, and then Melbourne during the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. And then there's also the Sydney International Comedy Festival and Brisbane International Comedy Festival, but they're smaller.
So the comedy festivals are also places that pay you?
Well, if you're putting on a show there, well then you're going to get paid.
Okay, so you're putting on a show and you're selling tickets, basically.
You're selling tickets, yeah. and that's how you got to make your money.
Yeah.
By doing the festival circuit, and you got to hope that, I guess, not even that the audience likes you, it's more that like the industry likes you, because
Yeah.
it's like a lot of those festivals are controlled by management companies, and if you're not in with that management company, it's harder to get better venues and better time slots and more bums on seats and all that. So basically, so you get to a certain level there, and it's just like you can grind this for the next like 10 years and then maybe get on TV, or you go to the UK and you can be a nobody and still make a good money just from doing spots. You can make a living from doing spots, and on top of that, you can
Really?
yeah. So I've got a lot of friends that have moved to London. The problem with London is that it's expensive and it's massive.
True.
And I was like, well,
How are you still alive?
well, yeah, I know.
But they are surviving.
They're surviving, yeah. And
Anybody thriving?
yeah, some of them are, which is great to see. I love to see it. But I was basically like, well, I like British comedy, but I really prefer American comedy. I've always preferred it. Growing up, my favorite comedians have mainly been American. So I was like, well, visa wise, it's very hard to get into the US from Australia. And secondly, like, I got relatives in Canada, in Toronto, that I can stay with.
I mean, like working visa. Like
Yeah,
tourist
of course.
visa is probably pretty easy.
Oh, tourist visa I can, but then it's going to be hard. And then, so I'm going to Toronto just for something different. I got 2 years there. And after that, I'll probably move to the UK, hopefully grow a little bit in following
or
brand
the
or
US
whatever.
if you find something.
Or the US if I get really big, so who knows.
I'm not sure how their visa stuff works, but I guess especially with Trump doing something weird there. It's actually really weird to me that you don't have in America separate visas for tours, because let's say somebody's touring singers and stuff.
Yeah, well,
Surely you want artists to come in.
I do know a comedian.
Yeah.
Not going to name him. Who did a tour of the US, and he did a few shows in the US, and he, on paper, didn't get any money from it. However, a few weeks after those shows, when he was back in Australia, a family member donated some money as a gift to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just tax evasion stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how you got to do it. Yeah. But, so I was just like, well, Toronto still has a better scene than Melbourne, even if it is just as hard to make money there. At least it's better competition. Change of scenery is always good.
Definitely.
And it's close to the US without having to live in the US, so I can just visit and check out, some scenes there. And it's also close to the UK. I'm only a 6-hour flight compared to 24 from Australia.
Maybe find out what ways in there are. If you're in the US, even as a tourist, you can still talk to people. Maybe there is some information there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I do know a guy who started comedy in New York, and the way he got an American visa was basically set up like a fake business, and then
Okay.
there's dodgy ways of doing it, or there's legit ways of doing it. The legit way is just going to take probably more money, but probably just as much time as the fake way. Honestly,
It's fun.
yeah.
Let's.
So, I'm going to Canada. And another thing, funnily enough, not to sound like a wanker dropping names, but I was watching Kill Tony,
Yeah.
and Ari Maddy was on it, the Estonian comedian. I don't know if you know him. He's blown up recently. And James McCann was also on it, and Danny Martinello.
Yeah.
And these are all people that I've very briefly kind of had interactions with in Melbourne.
During the gangbang.
In the Bonnie Blue line, and then
Yeah.
and
It's really classy place to make some friends, actually.
it is. It's a good networking event.
With
honestly.
the weight, you could make friends for life there.
You really could. It's a whole day of standing in line next to those people. So, yeah. But I was in line with them, and then Basically on Kill Tony, they mentioned basically Ari Maddy mentioned to Danny Martinello. He was like, "I know Danny. We've toured all over Canada together and also in Australia and blah blah blah." And I was like, particularly with Ari, because I knew him when he was in Melbourne briefly, because he spent quite a few years there earlier on in his journey. I was like, oh fuck, he's been everywhere. He's like lived in Australia for a bit, he's lived in Canada for a bit, he's lived in the UK, in Estonia, in the US, and I was like, oh, so I don't need to.
Estonia is a weird one in that list.
It is.
Just like threw that in.
But he's like a legit celebrity there.
Oh, cool.
So I was just like, I don't need to.
Maybe he's from there.
He is from there.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going out of their way to live.
You're like,
Estonia.
Australia, Canada, US, Estonia, and then for whatever reason.
Yeah, but basically, I was just like, oh, he's lived everywhere. So
Never let them know your next move. I think that's how it works.
That's a better way of putting it.
I think
More succinct way of putting it.
Bonnie Blue has a very nice stage name. It has a lot of alliteration there.
Yeah, maybe it could be
Blue Bonnie.
There's no A colors.
Was that where you were thinking about like Peter Josip? Because like you're starting and ending with a P, so you're like a PP.
I thought
there's a big P in the beginning.
I didn't put any thought into it. People just couldn't pronounce Cipriano.
Small P at the end. So if you really collapse it, you're just PP.
You're the first person that's kind of
noticed
this connection.
Noticed it.
I don't know what this says about you. You've always got PP on your mind. Maybe
something you put in there with the PP. Did you consciously put the PP in there?
I don't. I put my PP in a lot of things consciously. But
there was a moment of just lost consciousness.
Yeah, I don't know how that got me.
Okay. Do you want to take a short break? Another one?
Sure.
Drink some coffee?
Yeah. Do you do any Foley effects?
What kind of effects?
Foley.
Foley? What's that? Foley.
You know when Foley sound artists where they like pretend to be a horse running through a field and then they just like clopping 2 coconut shells into the microphone.
Okay.
Like that type of stuff.
You mean like, but it's a video podcast.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, do you ever do it?
By myself? To put myself
to
sleep?
Job?
It's a helicopter.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
It's a cunnilingus technique. You're doing like a horizontal cunnilingus technique with. How long has it been?
Too long.
I'm just looking at it like, damn. That's one sad girl. One sad girl somewhere.
Well, there's no girl at the moment. That's how long it's been.
It's good. Like you need to train first. Like just, you need to draw the alphabet with your tongue.
Yeah.
All of that. Just like train.
Practice my helicopter sounds.
Tongue push-ups.
Tongue push-up. Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you push up your body using just your tongue?
Sure.
Can you do it now? You know what I mean.
Like it's interesting. Like I feel like there's a race of a man versus machine.
Yeah.
When it comes to clitoral stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
Because like ever since the vacuum ones got invented, I feel like I'm maybe fighting a losing battle.
Yeah. You know the vibrator was invented as a what's it called? As like a medical device.
Like a massager? Or like
or some shit like that.
Get rid of hysteria.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hysteria, yeah.
I remember there was like
there was a movie about it, I think.
Doctors were prescribing women orgasms as a way to deal with their hysteria.
Yeah.
And it's like, yep, that'll do.
Doctor prescribes me the same thing. So Anyway,
That's
where
why
were
you're.
we?
Is
What were we
that why
talking-
you're leaving Australia? You're like, I have to get away from my pediatrician.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Too old to be going there. You're in the Club 27 now.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Me, Amy Winehouse,
Yeah. Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain,
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
I'm still alive though. I
Still
think that's
alive.
one crucial element of it.
Yeah. How long do you have?
I have like 11 months. I just turned
Also, you
27.
just turned
I
27.
turned 27th on the 27th of August.
I could have told how young you were just by you immediately switching to watching reels whenever we step away from the microphone.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, this guy is.
Yeah.
But you're the older Gen Z, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Still Gen Z. Though.
still Gen Z.
You can tell by the reels.
Yeah, I can.
That's
I can definitely
that's
tell.
the younger Gen Z is TikTok, and the older one is, I'm also on that, but the older one is the
Obviously.
reels.
But you're not on Minecraft.
And no, I was though.
You were. Yeah.
Yeah, on the iPad of all places.
Oh yeah. So that's what grows up when you do that.
Yeah,
This
this is what you
this,
become.
this is what you get. It's not that different. I'm really wondering what's gonna be, like the post AI. Like you're born and you have ChatGPT answer all your questions.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be the most. We're just gonna be stupid little blobs.
I mean, I had a lot of questions growing up, and like if I had like a box that you're like, you ask it the way you think and it's answering. That's interesting.
Yeah, you had that. Yeah, what's it called? The younger generation used to have the Magic 8 Ball, and now they've got ChatGPT. Did you ever have that? The Magic 8 Ball?
What the fuck is that? Like you shake it?
Yeah, you know that Magic 8 Ball?
Not in the USSR.
No. Oh. Okay, well, sucks to be you.
I was born 1 year after the USSR got done, so I've been living in Russia this entire time.
No, okay.
My sister was born in USSR, and then 1 year later,
How does she describe that?
she's like, "Well, I was a baby, so
So it was pretty bad.
yeah, it was pretty bad." Now as we're slowly dying inside, just let's find
Yeah, I
a
think
way
that coffee's
ending.
left my system. Yeah.
Let me find a good short topic to tie it all together.
Yeah, sounds good.
So your hopes and dreams
Yeah.
are becoming a professional comedian,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's as far as you thought it.
Yeah, pretty much. I actually have put a little bit more thought into it. Not much, but I would love to go to. I really admire the career that someone like Jim Jeffries has had,
Yeah,
where it's like you can just go to any country and still sell, a show. And I think a lot of even famous comedians don't have that ability and don't really leave, the UK or the US or whatever. I think I like to travel, and I think combining travel and stand-up comedy is a great way to doing it. So I'd love to go to any country in the world and be able to sell even just like 50 tickets.
yeah, like Nigeria.
If I could do a show in Nigeria to 50 people, I would love that.
Oh, it sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, actually, it kind of would be a failure. The population of Nigeria is like 100 million or something. So that actually would be quite sad, but I still think it would be pretty cool. I'm shooting quite low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're what do you like about doing comedy, basically?
It's, I don't know. It's an outlet for me. Even though I was bad at musical theater, I really do love the performing.
Yeah.
I love thinking about jokes and writing the jokes. I like the process.
What's your process?
It's ever evolving, and I don't really have one. But
You love it.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
You started like doing it like in the back of the bus,
mm-hmm.
and then you like evolved to do it in a taxi. Like
What
I'm just trying to guess how your process evolved over time.
of writing material? Yeah, pretty much. I was doing it on the back of the bus, and now I'm doing it at the back of the Bonnie Blue line. But no, I don't know. I just like kind of.
Come up with shit.
Yeah, it's a lot. I like the story. kind of like the storytelling aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I don't like I really like the I guess like good thing bad, bad thing good. I guess like devil's advocate you could call it. I like doing that, like losing an audience to win them back kind of thing. Saying something shocking and then
When
backing
do jokes come to you?
when they come to me all the time. Honestly, sometimes it will just it'll just be something that happened to me, and it's like it writes itself. And then
Fucking give me give me one concrete example.
I think other times it's like I've had thoughts that I've like tried on stage, jokes that I tried on stage very early, and then it's like, oh, okay, well this didn't work, and then I didn't touch it for like a year, and then I got it to work.
Where do you have it? Like, do you have it in your phone?
I have it in my phone. I do the Jerry Seinfeld kind of thing where he's got like the A4 paper. He's got the A4 paper and he writes and he can rip it off. I do that. And
so that you can actually crumble it if you don't like it?
I honestly, yeah. But also like I've got it a little bit everywhere and a little bit nowhere as well.
Yeah.
Like I think I've realized the more I'm doing it, because I used to be a paper guy.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing my notes app on my phone a bit more.
Yeah.
I kind of realized like the best way for me to actually write is to be on stage and to just kind of talk out. A lot of the bits you saw, particularly the jokes about Cyprus at the Cyprus International Comedy Festival, they were just like kind of drop points on my notes app that I just pretty much just wrote on stage as I was performing them.
Yeah. Actually, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Because like I often do this like before the show, right before the show, I suddenly like when I start like organizing what I'm going to say, I think of like bits to put in right there and then, like about the place we're at, or like I find some connection. And so like I cannot write when there is no audience at all. Like at least it's like, oh, in 3 days I have a show.
Yeah.
But if it's like I have no show and there's no reason, it's a little harder for me.
Yeah. But I think I think the process is ever evolving. I still haven't really found something that works for me.
I feel like I can see you dying in real time.
Yeah, I am.
You're just like there's like blood going away from your face, and you're like you're doing that thing that like hardcore heroin addicts do. Like you look in front of yourself as if there's a wall there suddenly, and you're blinking. Okay, well it was a very late evening.
That yawn has been on the precipice for quite a while.
We're almost at the 1.5 hour mark, but we don't have to make it there. I'd say it was fun talking to you.
I actually really enjoyed this.
Yeah,
despite me
falling asleep.
Yeah, falling
like
asleep.
a bitch.
Yeah, I do. I do that.
What is your first name?
Panagiotis.
Panagiotis. Oh, so you have a full on. I just got my tooth removed by a Panagiotis. Maybe it was your uncle.
Maybe I don't.
I feel like the Rolodex of names in Cyprus is very, very, very small.
Yeah, that's because it's tradition to name your children after your parents.
Everybody,
or your partner's parents.
Everybody's named Yorgos.
Yorgos, Andreas, Panagiotis, Constantina.
Yeah. It's probably fun because you're like, maybe you're on your, I don't know, 5th girlfriend and she has the same name as the 4 previous ones, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
I definitely
you can
have
just
a type.
recycle birthday cards and anniversary gifts, and yeah, it's actually quite good for that.
In Australia,
Yes.
did other kids have a hard time understanding your first name?
Yeah, no one calls me Panagiotis in Australia. Except
Did you
for the Australian government.
Did you start with Peter immediately to avoid like
Yeah, my
being beat
parents
up?
started with Peter. My grandmother, whose husband I'm named after, calls me Peter. So it's just Peter to everyone.
Was it like a survival tactic?
A little bit. But I actually kind of like having a different actual first name.
Yeah.
It feels it's a point of difference, I think.
I mean, like,
Not that anyone knows. It's like, oh, I'm not, I don't know. I feel like it's a. I want to.
The persona,
No, not persona. Like a
mask.
little bit, yeah, like a Clark Kent and Superman type of situation.
Yeah, like Panayotis just rips open his shirt, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's hairy."
When I'm when I'm dressed like this and my chest hair's out and my cross and gold chains are out, that's Panagiotis for sure.
Yeah.
When I'm got my t-shirt on and I'm got my jackets and jumpers on and
So you came here not as a stand-up comedian.
yeah, pretty much.
So that's a bit of a mismatch. And I've been asking Panayotis about stand-up comedy this entire time.
Yeah, that's why I haven't given you good answers.
Yeah. it was very wrong.
That's why I've been tired, because it hasn't been Peter Josip. It's been Panagiotis Kyprianou, and I'm sorry, I apologize for that.
Was it Peter who fucked up the Master of the House in a competition, or was that Panayotis?
I think that was both. That was both of them. That was me in every single fucking timeline of the universe that existed. Yeah, there's no coming back from that. That was bad. That was actually one of the worst experiences I've had on stage.
Well, like, was it Panayotis or Peter that was pursuing musical theater overall?
That was Peter, I think.
Okay, so it's like Peter was a more forward-facing, like public-facing persona.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and Panayotis is for the family.
Exactly.
I understand. So now I understand like a bit about how you tick and like how you function. So you're just like a man with severe multiple personality disorder.
Yeah.
That is driven by bitterness towards not succeeding in musical theater and hates other people
succeeding in musical comedy.
Yeah, and just takes it out on the musical comedy people.
100%.
Yeah, looking forward to go to Canada and leave behind the giant spiders that are attacking him daily in Australia.
Yeah, now I'm going to get attacked by giant mooses.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Beavers? I don't know.
I think you're going to get attacked by giant rent prices in
Probably,
Vancouver.
Yeah. I've done very little research into... I've been once and that was it.
Is there snow in Australia?
No.
Oh, you're going to have a fun time.
There is snow, but not where I live.
Montreal, I think it's pretty cold. It's not as cold as Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto, I've heard, gets -20.
Yeah, well, Moscow gets -37. So
wow.
Yeah.
Have you been back since the war?
I have been once to just visit all of my favorite restaurants and go to the dentist and see my mom. And it's annoying how great everything is in Moscow. It's even better because a lot of big brands pulled out. Yeah. And that actually opened up the space for a lot of local shops and restaurants and stuff. So it's like really vibrant and everything's so tasty and everything's so comfortable. You know, I thought because of there is a mentality of, America and Europe are so much better than Russia, that going away from Moscow, I was thinking everything is going to be an upgrade. And I was really setting myself up for giant disappointment because infrastructurally, Moscow is so much fucking better than any place I've been in the US or Europe. Yeah, because everywhere you can pay contactless, no problem at all, absolutely everywhere. You can get to any part of the city using public transportation up to 1 hour at night and starting from 5 o'clock in the morning. So there's literally 4 hours where you can't get anywhere. And the metro can get you from one end of Moscow to the other. It's it can be an hour and a half. It's incredible. You don't have to own a car whatsoever. You can just go anywhere. Yeah, and all the documents, you just leave an internet thingy and you get it, and you don't even have to go there. And when you go there, it's all automated. It's just 24-hour shops everywhere, 24-hour ATMs, pharmacies. You can literally wake up in the middle of the night and get an express delivery of a phone. You're like, I want to buy a phone suddenly. And just whatever you want, everything.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's, if not for the fucking...
if not for the things we can't say on the internet.
Yeah. I went to London and I'm like, it's 8 o'clock in the evening and I can't buy fucking anything.
Yeah, Australia's
everything's closed. I'm like, how do you people live?
That's what I've realized. You can tell you can tell how good the nightlife is of a place not based on their nightclubs or their bars, but based on like how long restaurants and shops and cafes and like non-alcoholic places stay open. I think that's actually the true sign of a good nightlife.
Do you get like sexy girls hitting on you after shows? Not sexy girls?
Yeah.
Not sexy men?
A sexy man all the time.
Sexy men all the time.
Yeah. They can sense the musical theatre in me.
Yeah.
A lot of gay men, unfortunately. But, not.
You're just not.
Oh, not really. I don't know.
You're just not reading the signs. You're like.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Maybe they do. And I'm just like, thanks.
Thanks. Yeah.
And then they just.
But no girls. No girls.
No girls.
Do you ever like put out like a call from stage? Like, I'm desperate. Please, somebody come up to me.
Is it that noticeable how desperate I am?
No. Do you ever do? I think it's not.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if you're actually like you're.
I'm not desperate, but
I mean, like
I'm not going to deny it if it came up.
I've seen people like comedians do that in a way that actually gets them some some offers.
Really?
Yeah, where they're like, I'm really looking for I'm looking for a girlfriend. So anybody like you come up to me, and somebody actually does come up, and like your act is very tight, unlike your asshole, I'm sure. Well, anyway, I mean like it feels confident and good, and there is no message outside in that way. It feels just like a professional showsman. That's actually much better than trying to get laid from stage.
Yeah, I don't use it as well, I do, but I also don't. The sole purpose of me doing comedy isn't to get pussy, basically.
Yeah.
I actually, funnily enough, on like apps and dating stuff, and I a lot of times don't tell them. I got no pictures of me doing comedy. I don't tell them that I'm a comedian.
That's weird to me. That's weird to me because like if comedy is like one of the biggest parts of your interests.
Yeah.
And like I think that's like I believe like if my wife didn't like my jokes, I think she would hang herself like 12 years ago because like we've been together for
11 years.
14 years now.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean like just I joke all the time.
Yeah.
And I used to joke even more when I did not understand that I wanted to do comedy.
Yeah.
This is a weird thing. Like so I generate jokes my entire life. I generate them and generate them and generate them with no reason whatsoever. Especially when they were completely not funny until I was, I think, like 15. But I still did generate them. And I think this is a giant part of living with a comedian is actually liking their jokes. Because people have different, different volume of their like, I have a friend who's like, I like comedy, but it's like sugar, and so I like a little during the day, but not too much. And I'm like, it's like sugar, man. I want all of it every second of the day.
Yeah, I also find it crazy when people are like, oh yeah, I don't mind. I'm like, how can you not like it? It's crazy to me, but I don't know. Some people aren't. I guess they just want to sit in silence and not laugh.
I think it's just like that's like the sense of humor, the amount of humor you want is to me is like foundational to relationships. Even like people like who I fucked with and didn't have much of a relationship with, like still like they would like this type of conversation.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I am, even though it doesn't come up that I am a comedian, I'm still making them laugh. And
it is still very funny when they look through your pictures.
And then, I had one girl on like one of the apps or whatever. She mentioned like, oh, you're very funny. You're a comedian. And then we exchanged into Instagrams, and then she was like, oh, you actually are a comedian. I don't know. I think it's also just like a cool thing just to keep up your sleeve, just to not tell anyone and then reveal it late. And then they're like, oh, wow.
Which sleeve? Pen sleeve?
They're my underwear, I guess. It's actually a better way of putting it. We get to the bedroom and
let me tell you,
I pull out a microphone and I'm like, so what do you do for work?
Let me tell a truth and a lie. So I have a huge dick and I do comedy. And she's like, and then you go to the bedroom and like, you will be so glad. Which the one, like, truth sets you free is what I'm trying to say. It's like, It just works well. It's nice. Yeah. Well, thank you, Peter.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you got a second, like, when
I
you
did get a second win. I needed that yawn to get out of me, and
you gave up and then you got better. I think that's literally how your life went. So you were like gave up on the musical thing, and they're like, oh, actually, there is something better. So
hey, that is a good way of putting it.
you bombed so hard that it moved you to a different
I was a phoenix
part.
rising from the ashes.
Moved you to a different part of the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I bombed so hard in singing. I was like, I can never sing again. And then I basically am very similar to like those actors that get cancelled, and then it's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be a comedian. That's pretty much what I happened, but I didn't get cancelled.
You shamed yourself into comedy.
Yeah.
You're like you.
I wasn't publicly shamed. I was privately. I was shamed in a public manner, but it was private shame.
You were You like it's embarrassment built.
Public humiliation.
What a curious person you are, Peter.
Thank you. You're very curious as well.
Panayotis, I would rather say.
Or Stannis, I should say.
Yeah. You're just like, okay, I stopped thinking, so I'll just mirror whatever he's saying to me.
Yeah, pretty much. I clocked out of this an hour and a half ago.
Nice. Thank you guys for checking it out. Like, do you have
Thank you
anything to
very
plug?
much.
No.
Just
Do you have any channel?
Yeah, Peter Josip on Instagram and on TikTok.
YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. There's nothing there. There's some sketch I did in like university. That's actually pretty funny. Watch my raw comedy set. That's pretty cool. Peter
It's on
Josip,
YouTube?
Raw comedy. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. So it was a sad sound at the end. Well, thank you, everybody. Subscribe.
Thank you very much. Subscribe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.